Welcome to this module. Here we are going to expatiate on how you get to know that this solar panel is a 24-volt solar panel. You can see before you here is a 24-volt solar panel. We have already said that your solar panel can either be a 12 volts or a 24-volt solar panel. So this is a 24-volt solar panel. This is another 24-volt solar panel. Be it a monocrystalline or a polycrystalline solar panel, it can be a 12-volt or a 24-volt solar panel. Then if you are using a 24-volt solar panel, you need a 24-volt charge controller. If you are buying a 24-volt solar panel and you are buying a 12-volt solar charge controller, it will not charge the system. So when you are buying a 24-volt solar panel, you need a 24-volt solar charge controller. We have already said this. This is PWM charge controller, and this is MPPT charge controller. When we get to charge controller, we will expatiate on the advantage of using MPPT charge controller over PWM charge controller. And we already said that a 24-volt solar panel will always have 60 cells, 72 cells, 96 cells, as the case may be. So here is the cell arrangement. You can see this is a positive terminal of this particular cell and negative. So you look at this arrangement, they are connected in series. Each of the cell is 0.5 volts, a 72 cell solar panel, and each of the cell is 0.5 volts. When you multiply that with 72 cells, you have approximately 36 cells, 36 volts rather. Then depending on the intensity of the sun, you might have a voltage range. So that is what you know, and that is how you can differentiate a 12-volt solar panel from a 24-volt solar panel by counting the number of cells. If you count the number of cells here, you are most likely to arrive at 72 cells. And this solar panel is a monocrystalline solar panel that is 200 watts. A 12-volt solar panel and a 24-volt panel, the wattage overlaps. We can have a 24-volt solar panel that is 200 watts, and we can equally have a 12-volt solar panel that is 200 watts. If you look at this other solar panel, it is mono with 90 cells. This is the nameplate of the 24 volt solar panel with 335 watts power. Then other parameters are equally shown here. We will take a closer look at the solar nameplate in the course of this discussion. You can see here, this is the short edge and this is the long edge. You are having 6 cells in the short edge here, and you are having 12 cells in the long H here. So we can say this is a 12 by 6 solar panel based on the cells arrangement. That is how to go about that. So we already said that if you count the number of cells and it gives you 60 cells, 72 cells and above, you have to know that that is a 24-volt solar panel. Then if you look at the panel rating, I've said that a 12 volts and a 24 volts, the wattage might overlap. That is, we might have a 12 volt that is 200 watts and a 24 volt that is 200 watts. So we have voltages, wattage of 200 to 600 and above. If you look at the nameplate and you have the wattage rating is above 200, that means that is a 24-volt solar panel. And if you look at the VOC is within this range, 36 volts to 50 volt. That is open circuit voltage of the solar panel on the nameplate. That is a 24-volt solar panel. Then another thing is, if you know the rated current and the wattage of the solar panel, you can do as I have already explained, and you can equally use your voltmeter or your multimeter. If you are a professional solar installer, you have to always go with your multimeter when you want to buy any solar panel. Forget about the nameplate. The nameplate might be deceptive, might deceive you. The nameplate might deceive you. I don't want to say more than that. So to be on the safe side, because if you are buying the solar panels with a fake nameplate, it will destabilize your installation. It will not give you the needed output that is required to charge your solar battery. And if you kept using the solar battery, it will spoil before the warranty expires. So it's always good to go with your multimeter so that when you want to buy the solar panel, you at least test it. That is the best way. That is the best way. I repeat, that is the best way that will guarantee you, that will give you the assurance that the rating that you are seeing on the nameplates is what the manufacturers gave when they manufacture the solar panel. So the best way to know that for sure this solar panel is 600 watts is always good to test it with your multimeter. That gives you 100% assurance that this money that you are paying, you are getting the value worth of that rating of that solar panel. Thank you.